do is write a little bit down of what we can remember Langland.
Oh, okay.
Before we all forget what Langland was.
Yeah, what it was.
What did he say? I can't remember what he said.
What was that? Langland what? Joking aside, all those people who were there at the time are slowly getting older and a bit more forgetful, as we all do. But if we all wrote a little bit down of a bit of what we can remember, and somebody like Con just puts it down, writes it down, or sticks it somewhere, there'll be a folder of memories of Langland.
This skipper is why I started I Love Langland. That was the original basis of it, was to get memories of the beach, of the people who surfed there, people who played there, had fun there, you know? And then when we started the Silver Surfers, that was just an ongoing thing of I Love Langland, basically. Because in Silver Surfers, you know, this is number 96 now.
Yeah.
That's nearly 2 years we've been going. And if you go through them, you know, I don't know if you had a look at them, because they're all on YouTube. They're all there in the archive, like, you know. And you can just go through and just some of the stories in there are fabulous, you know.
Yeah, it's a great historical archive. Brilliant.
You know, it's just I'm stoked about it.
We've all got stories. And sometimes they take a long time to.
Yeah,
we can't get it all in an hour. We end up with little bits.
The pleasure is in the telling and just being hung up waiting. Come on.
Maybe
We've
we
also
should all.
got a spread of ages, like, you know, when I was surfing, some of you were quite a few years younger. PJ was 13, I was 18, so you've got that spread of ages, different memories, haven't we, really?
Yeah.
I got a good one. The first time we went to Biarritz, now there's a story for you, right? So we all decided, we got to go to Biarritz. Everybody's going to Biarritz. It's 1972.
Mecca.
You know, everybody, and people had been down there in 71 and 70. You've been down there, Dave, as well, haven't you? Or something?
I've been down, yeah, 6
Yeah. And so we said, right, we got to go. So there was Gary Parsons, Willie Mack, Mike Kilburn, and myself. So what are we going to do? How are we going to go? I said, right. Well, Gary said, we're going to Mini. all right, yeah. So what we do, we drive to Dover and catch the train, and then take a train then from Dover or the boat to France, and then get the train to Paris, and then get the night train, the sleep-in train, down to Biarritz. But, you know, never done it before. Okay, yeah, all right, guy, yeah, organise that. Right, so he organised the tickets. So we went around picking everybody up. By the time we got to my place, I was the last person being picked up, you know, before off we went, sort of thing. So when he got to my place, it was like nobody could move in the Mini already. And I had a bag and 2 surfboards and whatever, you know, and wetsuit. I don't know why we took a wetsuit. But anyway, so then we had to take it all out on the street again, put it all back in and place everybody and place all the bags around people and everything like that, you know. So off we went up to London. So we get towards London now on the motorway. And Gary said, and Gary had only just passed his test. He said, Con, do you think you can drive through London? Because I don't think I got it to do it. You know, I'm already wowed out by the motorway a bit. Like I said, yeah, right, I'll drive through London. Well, here we go. So it's the Mini just swerving everywhere. Like, you know, you can't do a turn without it. The suspension almost collapsing on it. So anyway, right, you keep me giving me the directions, you know. Just keep on coming. Righto. So anyway, we managed to get through London, and off we went down to Dover. So then down to Dover, there was a lot of dogs. Went down to Dover.
I want to see the dog. Come on.
We got to Dover and got all the stuff, dumped all the stuff out, and then had to find somewhere to park the car. So Gary did that, and he parked it in one of these garage places where you do it for 2 weeks or something. So then he came back. So there we are. We're all there. Got the stuff now. Now all the stuff that was in the car, now we got to carry. And we got this huge, like 5-place continental ridge tent, you know? And it's a real business family tent. And we got it on a trolley, and Willie Mack's in charge of the tent, and one of us is carrying his bags. And it's on a trolley. That's an important bit.
Come on.
So we get in the train then, and of course, everybody's running around looking for everybody, and they're all calling Carl. Oh, I told you the story about the con. But anyway, we get to Paris, and we arrived at Gare du Nord. And we had to get to Austerlitz, which is the other side of Paris. So, right, how do we do that? We got a taxi. They wouldn't take us in a taxi because they wanted us to get 3 taxis because we didn't have the money for that. So, all right, we took the metro. So we're on the metro now. We're looking, trying to work out the metro. We can't speak French. We're trying to find out where, all right, if we do this and that and that and that, be careful. Right, so we're putting all the stuff on. And I come on, my last one on with my board, and the board gets stuck in the fucking door. And I go, whoa, no, sorry, I was coming off. And I was the last one off for the board, and the train started, it was all closed, and the train started going down the platform, and I'm running along with my fucking board like this, you know. Oh! So he stopped the train, luckily enough, and then we got to the Austerlitz, and found a dwelling for the night, and didn't get much sleep, I tell you. So we got off then, did a big error. We didn't go to Biarritz Central. We got off at La Negresse, which is outside Biarritz. Didn't know you could get a train into, it was on the ticket. We didn't know this. So we thought, right, we go to the beach. We went outside the station, like, looking for signs for where's the beach? So we're all listening, trying to listen to the surf, like, you know, can you hear any waves? Can you hear any waves? So anyway, we walked off in the downhill direction because, you know, the sea's always downhill, isn't it, you know? We get down this road and it says, Biarritz plage, blah, blah. Oh, we're there, every slope. So we're trotting along, but at this time, we were on the southern side of Biarritz. We're nowhere near Langland and that. We're on the Bida side, you know.
Yeah,
We're walking out the Biarritz now, past the steakhouse, where the steakhouse was. You remember the steakhouse? So we go up that hill there, get to the steakhouse, and then go down the other side. Yeah. And then we found a camping down there. It was called
Residence de Pins. Residence de Pins.
No, that's in Chambre de Mont.
As you
come out of Biarritz, heading towards Goudry, on the left, Residence de Pins is there.
Is it?
That's where we stayed.
That's what it was coming
up the top of the hill.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you go down the hill.
I always thought, because there was 2 campings there, and the one we stayed in, I'm sure it was called Camping Splendid or something like that.
Yeah, there might have been a couple of sites there, you know.
Anyway, so we finally got there, and so we go down for a surf, and it's a beach. It's called Lady, and we used to call it Smellies because there's just sewage coming out everywhere, you know, and it stunk. It was worse than Aberafan, man. I tell you, I was so disgusted. I thought, but we come all this way to paradise, the mecca of surf, and we surfing in fucking shit like in Aberafan, but it was warmer. So it was okay. So then we sort of found out about the other surf spots, and everywhere we had to walk. And then we met up with some guys from Bournemouth, and they had a van, so we hitched up with them, like, and then so we got to see the surf in Biarritz, like that. It was great.
Yeah.
It's funny. In fact, let me just grab this photograph. You see it talking about the old Biarritz. I'll be looking at it.
But out of that trip, there's so many stories about the time we went to San Sebastian on mobilettes. Left them there. They wouldn't get back. We left them there.
It takes days to tell them all. There was me, Kilburn, Pete Siv, and who else was with us? Me, Pete Siv, Gary Parsons, and someone else on the mobilettes. Someone had a blowout, and sorry, Mike Kilburn. He stuffed his tyre full of leaves. He said, "I can't drive back on a flat tire, so I stuffed it full of leaves." And he drove all the way back with it full of leaves.
Brilliant.
So my favourites. I got this photograph, and this is a Grand Plage.
Yeah.
That's Pete Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yeah. Oh,
Sign.
scan that one for me, Sam, will you, please?
Well, if I can. Well, I better off. I can put it on my phone and then sort of WhatsApp it to
Yeah,
you.
but try and get a square one of it, you know, where it's not leaning or going out or like a tangent, you know? And get it centered
Well,
up.
you mean not so much square or oblong, but not like that.
Not like that, and not like this or like that, you know, sort of, you know, take a direction, 90-degree angle photograph sort of thing.
Something like
So I
that.
don't have to reorganize it a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that
The
one.
thing is, we've all got stories of Langland, Biarritz and all that, but they're all going to be lost. No one's ever going to know about them.
No, that one isn't going to be lost now because I just told it.
I know.
Yeah.
This is it. But we've all
Look at
got
that.
stories. We've all done it. You know?
That's the campsite I was telling you about. That residence.
Which one's that?
Oh, yeah, nice one, Sam. Where are you getting all these photos? Why are you keeping all these photos to yourself?
Well, I'm not, because a couple of them have been up a couple of times.
Really?
Like this one here. This was the 1969 trip with.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I got the series of that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's on the road and that. So I mean, these are my photographs that those things came from. You know?
Well, Johnny Hutton had a load of photographs. Did you ever manage to get Rob to find out if he got any of them gone?
Mike sent me a photo of his wall, so I got a few of his wall. Mike,
Because when I was Johnny Hutton took a load when we were down there, because we didn't have cameras, and he took photographs of us. Because we were
must be
camping down at the
somewhere.
same time as him.
I have to ask Rob.
Yeah, because he might have a load there.
10 or 12 years ago, I took Jenny down to Biarritz. We had a good week in September. It was great weather and a good surf. And we stayed in Le Grand Pin in Bidar, because it's much cheaper and quiet, just 10 minutes down the road from Biarritz. Every time I go away, I get a camping card, an international camping card. We stayed in one of those cabins they've got. And I gave my card over, and a girl said, "Oh, bienvenue, bonjour, Mr. Jones, to remember me from 20 years ago." On the record. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, one scene never forgotten.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah, right.
I think the Welsh had that impression on them down there, though, boys.
I was
Yeah.
split dead, wasn't
Yeah, but
Yeah, but,
that time I stayed, it was torrential rain, and that my tent was floating. I had to go and sleep in the car.
Well, we got washed out of the camping where we were totally. Well, had a big flash flood, and went straight to the tent, and we all went down the tent. Out of the tent, and down the next step, and down the next level, and down the level. We ended up at the bottom level with all the other people, like, you know.
All our boats ended up about half a mile down the camping site. They were all on the edge where they knew they had flash floods. So there's a big gully running down the side of all the tents. Because everybody stuffed their boat, off they went. Boat on them back. But,
Brilliant.
Yeah, we all learn by our mistakes, don't we?
we do.
Yeah.
Nothing better like hindsight. Something marvelous.
Yeah, but no, there's quite hectic days going down there.
I don't know if you know, but Brush in the 60s and 70s took lots of photographs.
Yeah, I seem to remember him having a camera.
Yeah, he always had a camera. And about 10 years ago, I said to him, we talking about it, he said, "Oh, I carry all my," maybe a bit longer, 12 years, I keep all the negatives and stuff in a tin, one of these big, like, Cadbury chocolate tins, you know. I said, "Well, you want to get these done?" He said, "I'll give you a hand to print them out, because we haven't seen half of them. Mostly are the Langland and Rosilli and, you know, Fingana." So he said, "Yeah, I'll bring them down to Langland, and you can take them off and get them done." So put them in. He had that coupe, two-seater. Was it an MG? I can't remember now. A yellowy one.
Yeah.
When he was living in West Cross, and someone, because it was open, went in the house and someone nicked the tin, and lost all the photographs. So what I lost that was it was tremendous, loads of stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
I when I went to South Africa, I had a Canon movie, Super 8. So I took the film, and what I did was I kept all the films to get them produced when I got back to Kodak. And so I had, I think I had 8. So I had 8 reels of surf, and Kodak lost them.
Oh,
no.
what?
Oh,
And
no.
you know what do you know what they gave me for the losing all my stuff?
No,
8 blank films.
8 blank ones. Well, that's no good, is it? You know?
Yeah,
Here, make some more memories.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah,
My son has just bought the last sort of production of those cameras, 16mm cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Bought it from America just as they were going into digital. So it was the last of the best that they could ever made. It cost him
Brilliant,
12
they are.
grand.
Brilliant, yeah.
Bought it from America. He's in filming anyway. And he said, they're never going to make another one.
Mhm.
He said, when the last time I looked at this, it was like 5 or 6 grand a couple of years back.
Mm.
So he bought it because he's doing films. He's now actually using it. Production companies want him to use this camera.
yeah.
It was the best of the best that they ever made of the 16mm film.
Yeah.
And
Tell you what.
surprisingly, they just want to use it again. You know, you can't reproduce that. You
No.
can try.
No,
There's computer programs that make it look like, but it's not the same.
no.
Yeah. Tell you what pisses me off is the lenses they had were so good, and they were like the cinematic lenses, you know.
Yeah.
I had a 50mm. I had a 50mm on this one. This is my film one. This one. Yeah. Where is it?
Right.
Oh, there we are. The Canon. This one. It's got a 50mm lens in it, but it's amazing because it's so much different than the numeric 50mm. And you can't get. I've been trying to buy that or buy an adapter, but this 50mm lens on my camera. I can't do it. It can't be done.
What camera have you got, Con?
I got a Nikon. Well, that's a Canon.
Yeah,
So you got to get an adapter, Canon, Nikon, and then you got an adapter to that lens to the adapter and Canon, Nikon, and then Nikon. Oh, God. So I'm always looking. They had one that was like I think it was 12 or 15mm prime lens, and it was just fabulous. This lens. And I've never seen it since. And Ted had one. It was Ted who gave me a lot of directional advice in photography when I was doing photography. Because we used to do all the printing and developing ourselves down in Oatsfield.
Yeah, I used to do that.
I can't.
That stuff does come up, Con, because if you want to go around all the
I've seen it, but I've tried to trying to find things where you can put it onto a Nikon, and you know nowadays you can buy a Canon lens and get an adapter for a Nikon.
Yeah, that's right.
But because these are A1 lenses or AI lenses and not the DX lenses or whatever, there's no adapters for them.
No, they are out there, but you got to find them.
Yeah.
In people's cupboards and in their drawers, and they don't, you know.
But there are lenses that have been adapted, so it does. You're right, it does exist. But trying to find one is just,
Yeah, because I got a Canon to some other camera converter, you know, and they were quite common at the time.
Yeah.
You know, you can get one to another, no problem at all.
Well, unfortunately, like the big camera makers and everything now, they made it so that you can't really interchange it, you know, because then you get like Sigma and Tamron making the cheaper lenses to go with the cameras, so people are not too fussed. Then you know, it's okay for somebody who's doing slick click of the baby on the bike or something like that, you know, or a baby in a basket or a dog on the beach or something like that. It's okay, but when you want to do astrophotography and you haven't got a good enough lens, then it's really a problem.
Yeah, you want to look out on eBay. There's some that's come, but it's the junk shops you want to go to, Con, because people they end up in the
Every
junk
time.
shops because people have house clearance.
Every time I
You know
go
what
to the
to do,
flea
eh?
market, they have them here, you know, Troggy Poos.
Yeah.
And I see camera gear and I go, oh, be discreet now. I won't look interested. Don't look interested at all. I did find a lens there and I couldn't get it to fit. It wouldn't fit. And it was like, you know, €5 or something like that I bought it for. You know,
My
ridiculous.
son's bought a couple of 35mm cameras, and he's bought them broken. He's bought quite a few of them, and he's managed to fix them. And they go for some silly money.
Yeah,
If you get the top end cameras, they go for stupid money.
yeah, for
You know.
sure.
But do you know how much a 60mm film costs now?
No idea.
You're talking somewhere between 1,800 quid.
Oh,
3-minute film, right? If you buy the film and get it all not printed, but whatever they do when they send it off,
develop.
talking not much change out of 300 quid for 3 minutes. It's serious money,
You
you
were
know.
talking about 35mm film that you used to put in your camera and took a roll of 24 or 36 shots. Not that kind of film.
No, this the old 60mm, 3-minute film.
All right.
But imagine how much a 35mm film will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kodachrome, not Kodachrome.
They
what's it
still
called?
do it, you know. They still use those films
Yeah.
because unbelievably the quality is still better than digital.
Yeah,
Yes, they are. Yeah, they're brilliant. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
The only equivalent, the nearest equivalent is 8K digital cameras, and that's getting close to it.
That's
Yeah, pro-
only a 4K.
You know, but the old 35mm proper film, seriously expensive now. I don't know. I dread to think how much that would cost.
Yeah.
I've still got mine.
What do you think of this then? I've just been in the shed for ages. It's got dust on it like anything. I can't even remember where I got it from. Do you see the box?
Yeah, we've all got one of them. The films, you can still get the films for them, Sam.
I'm trying to remember how it. There's a little lever somewhere. What do? You
Pop up there.
You just slide it on the end.
slide it on the
You
end?
slide it down, and then it opens the back up.
Is it?
Actually, I'm going to film in it.
No, I opened it ages ago.
The bellows one?
I got it. I think have I? No.
Yeah.
there you go. Kylie.
But I can't find the little mechanism here that makes it lock into place.
It should
It's a
just
It's
brownie.
on the.
Yeah,
It should be on the
just
side.
pull
You
it.
can look on the. No, that arm. That little arm on the other side.
Yeah.
It's usually like a little thing which clicks it into position. Then you have to flick it to shut it again.
yeah.
Maybe it's come off.
Yeah, a Dacron shutter brownie.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It used to be good. I used to have brownie.
So the film's cost an arm and a leg.
It's less than a minute to
The
go,
old
guys.
format.
You
Okay.
what? Oh, the dog's got away. I did have it.
Oh,
Because the people are having a barb next door. And she goes next to the fence, waiting for some.
Hello, hello, welcome to the Langland Silver Surfer. Please think about subscribing and clicking the bell for notification of new content. Thank you for watching.